Hey everybody, it's me, Sam Mulligan, again. I got some more answers for your questions. Thank you for asking these questions. I'm very excited to answer them.
Did you plan on having a career in music?
I planned on having a career in marine biology, and then I planned on having a career in archaeology, and then I didn't know what my plan was, but I always knew that I'd be writing and playing music somehow. I didn't think that anyone would really care about it. It's just something that I will always do because it's really fun and it makes me feel good, and I think it makes other people feel happy. That's really all I can hope for, I guess. We'll see.
How did you program sound chips?
That's a good question. A lot of people think that I have to do it on a computer and then put those on a Game Boy cartridge and put that in the Game Boy, but nope, it's way easier than that. I've got a little cartridge that I can connect to a computer, and I can put any Game Boy specific program on the cartridge that I want. So I put on a program called Little Sound DJ. It's like any other game, except this game is only for making music, and it turns the Game Boy into a 4-channel sequencing music making machine. 4 channels means that you can make 4 sounds at any one time. And that's it. There's 2 pulse wave channels. You also have a wave channel, which you can use to either play low quality samples, or you can hand draw waveforms. You can get some really awesome sounding bass sounds. One thing that I like to do in pretty much every song I make is use the wave channel to make my kick drums, because you get that nice bass sound, and if you start up at a high note and you pitch it down to a low note really fast, it sounds like, which kind of sounds like a kick drum. And then you also have the noise channel. It's like the static from a TV. And I usually use it for my cymbals and my hi-hats. But you can also get some really wacky sounds out of it.
Why do you use sounds from Gamevoice?
Because I love the way that Gamevoice sound. And I think it's really fun to be able to program a little machine to play my songs. And I think it sounds really cool. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Did you go to college?
I went to the University of Vermont, and I studied anthropology, which is the study of human culture. I was in a band there, and that's where I met some of my lifelong friends, and I learned a lot of things, and I had a great time.
Do you ever perform in Maine?
Yes. I'll perform in Maine anytime someone asks me to come play in Maine, but I have played at the Ripcord Cafe in Skydive, Lebanon, and it was really fun, and I didn't even have to jump out of a plane to do it.
How long have you been playing guitar?
Because I started in 1998. I got a guitar for my birthday that year, and I've been playing ever since.
How did you get the idea for chip music?
I got the idea for chip music from other people that were already doing it. One of my favorite musicians is Beck. And Beck put out an EP of some of his songs using a Nintendo Game Boy. And I thought it was so cool. And I was like, how do you do that? Another band that I was listening to a lot, their lead singer made an album using a Game Boy. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, how do you do that? That's really cool. I went to a show that he played at. I talked to him after the show and I was like, hey, how'd you do that? And he told me. He pointed me in the direction of a couple websites. I got a cartridge for the Game Boy. I got a Game Boy. And I started making music with a Game Boy. Thank y'all so much for your questions. I hope that my answers were good, and I hope that the rest of your day is great. And thanks, Miss Dolly, for passing your questions along to me. And I hope that y'all have a great rest of your year, and I hope to see you around. Thanks for listening, thanks for your questions, and thanks for being awesome.